Hi, I'm Cavin Elizabeth, and I'm a wedding photographer in San Diego, as well as the author of A Bride's Guide to a Picture Perfect Wedding. So for the last couple of videos, I have been revealing some of our wedding plans for our April 2019 wedding in San Diego. So this week, we are actually going to be discussing our venue. So our venue search is something that was quite a journey for us. We had a lot of bad luck along the way. Some venue options actually fell out and were no longer available for us for different reasons. So we really struggled to find something, but I'm really excited because we found an amazing venue that's just gonna be absolutely our style, so we're very excited for that. So when we started our venue search, we initially thought that we wanted to use a venue that allowed outside catering and beverage. And the reason for that was because we had a particular cocktail company that we wanted to use, and we also wanted to use a certain food vendor. So that really limited our list, and I'm sure if you've been looking for a venue that allows outside food and beverage, you are probably not having the easiest time. So that's definitely a tough search and something that really narrowed down our options in the beginning. Pretty much we were limited to private estates, certain women's clubs, historic venues, but a lot of these places also still had an approved list of caterers. So even though some had, more than 10 options, it definitely was very restrictive and we couldn't just bring in anybody that we wanted to. So that's something just to keep in mind in your search, that if you're wanting outside food and beverage, that you might have trouble finding a location that meets that. So I would definitely recommend checking out private estates. That's going to be a really great option for you, and it gives you a lot of flexibility with bringing in other vendors that you'd like as well. So that was one consideration. Another consideration was that we wanted something that wasn't too far from the San Diego airport, because a large majority of our guests are coming from out of town. So we wanted them to not have to drive too far once they landed, and to also be able to stay near the beach if they wanted to do that and make a vacation out of it, as many people who come here for weddings do. And we had actually found a private estate that we really loved. It was beautiful. It had everything we were looking for. It had a view of the ocean and the mountains. It had this European style that we really loved. But unfortunately, the owner decided not to take on any more weddings, so we had to go back to square one. We ended up finding another private estate, but then that one fell through as well. So basically we were just out of luck. We did not know where we wanted to have our venue. I'm sure a lot of you might also be struggling with something similar, in that you just can't find what you're looking for, or things just seem to have really bad luck. But don't worry, I promise you, you will find your dream venue, or at least something very, very close to it. So after we had such bad luck, we decided that we could no longer have the strict requirements that we previously had. So basically, we decided that we were going to give up on our preferred food and beverage vendors and just go for a venue that either required us to choose from a list, or they did their own in-house food and beverage. So that really opened up a lot of options for us. Now the next thing we still really wanted to keep was a European style venue. Not so much Spanish style, which is what we have a lot of here in Southern California, but just more European in the French or Italian sense. So that's what we were looking for. That really does not exist in San Diego. It's very hard to find. If you live on the East Coast or even in Santa Barbara or San Francisco, it's a lot easier to find. But for us here, it was very challenging. So we did look at a few properties that had European vibes, and then we also looked at a few places that had Spanish style as well. And ultimately, we decided to go with our venue, which is the Grand Omar. It's beautiful. It is so stunning. It's got grounds, which is always a really fun thing to say. It's got amazing landscaping, very Mediterranean pink walls. It definitely has that European style that we're going for, and it will absolutely wow our guests, and the food is supposed to be amazing. So for us, we really, really love that the Grand Del Mar is also open to having a reception outdoors. We didn't really want to be inside. We're not ballroom people. We are outdoors people when it comes to events. I just think there's something so romantic about being outside. In Southern California, you have beautiful weather, so you can do that. And then market lighting or something like that just creates this very lovely experience that people who might be coming from East Coast weddings don't often get to do, because a lot of times weather pushes them inside. So for us, we really wanted to be outside, so we've chosen to have our reception on their main Aria lawn, which is going to be absolutely gorgeous, At night, the venue lights up. It looks so beautiful, so it's going to be extremely romantic and very lovely for our guests. Another thing that we really loved about the Grand Del Mar was that it has amazing amount of portrait locations. So for some of the other venues that were on our final list, we were really concerned about how many places we could go to take, whether it be family portraits, bridal party portraits, or bride and groom photos. We wanted something that had more options and variety, so we didn't have to stress about traveling to a different location. So for us, that was a really huge win. So if you're looking into some venues and photography is a top priority for you and you really want a nice variety of portraits, then I would definitely look for a place that provides different settings and different angles that are going to be really beautiful. If you're at a more limiting venue, then you'll definitely need to have a plan to travel elsewhere for your portraits. But for us, it was important to have everything all in one place. That's pretty much it for the venue reveal and how we chose it and what our story was. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them, or if there's anything that you're going through with your own venue search, maybe you're having a hard time choosing between different venues. We were definitely stuck between two in the end. Definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know what's going on. And if there are any future videos that you all would like to see about our wedding plans, let me know that as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great week. Bye!